Good afternoon, students. So today we will going to start a new chapter that will be for our second term or second unit, that is in web application and security. So in this particular web application and security, what we will study, working with accessibility options. We will study about the networking fundamentals, and we also study about the introduction to instant messaging system, how we can do all these things. So let us start our lesson. Now, web applications and security. In this web application security, we have been working with the web applications and security. We have the networking fundamentals. We have introduction to instant messaging system. We have chatting with a content Google, creating and publishing the web blogs, using the offline editor, online transactions, internet security systems, maintenance of the workplace safety, preventing the accidents and emergencies, and protect the health and safety. So first, working with the accessibilities. Working with the accessibility means how we are going to access the things, isn't it? There are the relevant type of work that we can find, that we have a different type of work that we are doing and we are accessing. In a computer, what we do, we use the friendliness of the computer system for all, that regardless to their disabilities. Okay, we maintain the software systems to issue those. However, when we combine some of the personal and imbalance disabilities of this particular impairments, those the particular structures what we have, those the particular pattern that we are going to have and that we are making, we are working on this particular pattern. We are making those structures to be implemented in a particular manner or in a particular way. So technology, what we find, there are the numerous types of impairments of this computer that we are using and we are including. So as we are including, what we can find, that we have an the cognitiveness of learning and disabilities such as deluxe to attend the hyperactivities disorders or autism. So we have the visual impairment such as low visions of this, like the color blindness and all. Some people we can find they has got the hearing impairments. Okay, so those which we need to defend, we have the motor deluxe impairment is of the capacity of the different types of hearing problems. So different types of problems we can find the peoples are having. So when the peoples are having all those different patterns of problems, different types of problems, what they are doing, they are launching, they are using the keyboards, they are using the mouse functions, isn't it? They has the different other functions that what a window has launched. What are those launching function? Like if you go to the control panel, start control panel and access options, then we can find the different type of access keys is there, like the sticky keys. See here in this particular diagram, we can see here the sticky keys. Sticky keys means what, we can find the accessibilities we will going to have those physical disabilities, and we mean to reduce the different type of strains. So the sticky key allows to move and modify the control, isn't it? Shift control, all these things, and windows that we remain inactive in the different type of passage that we are working with, isn't it? So those are the things that we can find. We have an enable of the sticky key, applying to click and apply, and the sticky key will going to come here. Okay, after the enable of the sticky key, we will have to practice, like start a notepad, and then we have to click on a start all program and access notepad. Now this is the thing what we can find. Suppose we have written 3-4 lines there, and after we write 3-4 lines there, then we place the cursor at the text and press control key from the keyboard, and then press letter A from the keyboard. So when we press control plus A, then simultaneously what we can find it, that to disable the uncheck of the sticky key, if we can click on apply and OK. So filter key means what, that we have find that in the Microsoft Word there are the different type of accessibilities are there, different patterns of accessibilities we do have, we are ignoring, we are working with those strokes, isn't it? So each of this particular data, each of these particular sections of the data that we are working with, we are making with, so we enable them, we make them to be worked with to the different type of access. So what we can do, that we can click on the setting filter key and ignore the repeated keystroke. Then we click on the apply button, then click on the OK. So this way what we can find, that icons are been working with. So these are the things that we can find, that filter key are been set to see the effect. Now what we can see, that there is a notepad and that will going to repeat it. So those the notepad that we have, that we are repeating, that we are making, we are making them, we are using them in such a way, in such a phenomenon, that we can find it, that we can have it, and we are accessing to it. Toggle key means what, that we are toggling to it, we are making our structures to be implemented and to be worked with. So those are the functions that we can find, those are the functions that we can have, and that we can access, that we have. So that we have the visions of impairments and congativeness when we are toggling means to going from one place to another place. That means we are toggling with the computer eminence, the clues like the caps lock, okay, number lock, the scroll lock key, all these things that we have here, we are making them to be worked with. To enable with a toggle key, we can use to check the toggle key, we can click on the setting of the toggle key, we can click the apply and then OK. So what will be the number lock key? Number lock keys are there, that num lock key is there, then caps lock key is there, then scrolling key is there. So all these things toggling from one place to another. When you click apply and OK, it will going to do it. Sound key means for the sound that we want to hear, isn't it? We have an accessibility of the sound also, different type of sound secure, that sentry, what we can find it to design to help the user to auditory to impairments. So sound generates via the warning such as blinking of this computer and to generate the sound, isn't it? So this is what we can find it, that we have those particular thing and we are applying those things. So when we are doing the activity, when we can make the things, we can click on apply, we can click on OK. So this is the way that we can find that we have the structure, and we are working on this structure. So as we are working on these structures, as we make those structures to be implemented, we are going to work and we can emphasize on it. So we will going to click and start, then we will do the run, isn't it? So some type of this repeated characters of the node, what we notice or flash, that we can have those the errors of it, isn't it? So there is a disability of the sounds, that sound systems we can make, and we can use it. So what we can see, that show the sounds when we are applying the convenient of the sounds and providing the sounds, to click on the sounds that we have and click on apply and OK, the sound will going to come, isn't it? So these disabilities that we can find, that we are going to have those particular disabilities pattern, we are working on this disabilities pattern. So each of those particular disabilities pattern that we are having, and we are maintaining it. That next what we can find, that high constant means that there we have those facilities. You can see this particular picture, that in this particular picture you can find it, that we can adjust the sound, isn't it? There what we can have that we will going to have those particular structure to be implemented, and as we are using them, as we are applying them, we can make it, and we can make those particular notifications to be worked with those the disability of high constraint, we can make it working. The cursor options also there, so there we have the accessibility with the cursor. That means where we will click, where we blink it, the cursor will going to blink. Like here if you see, you can find it, the cursor will blink on the different places, isn't it? As I am selecting this, you see the cursor help us to choose. Next what we send mouse. The mouse is that keys, that mouse key is accessible to the people in the different phase on the keyboard, in the numerical keyboard, isn't it? So there we have the mouse tabs, and configure the accessibilities to enable the mouse key and check the mouse key to apply it and to click it. Okay, so those are the particular part that we can make, that we are using the mouse keys, that there are the number of number keys are there, 4 to move left, 6 to move right, 2 to move down, 8 to move up. So all these things are there, that are also there, that we can use them, isn't it? Now we have the general tabs. General tabs is there, that we are giving, suppose you are writing all this and you wants to give the space. So how you can use the space? You can use the tab spacings is there, isn't it? Now next what we have, serial key. Serial key is what is that? That accessible feature assist the people to have the difficulty in using the keyboard. Those the people has the difficulty on using the keyboard, they can use it with a device of sip and puff, breathe in the switch, isn't it? That way the thing, see the picture here, this picture, from this picture you can find it, how the person is working with it, sipping with the tube activities, and puffing with the activity, applying setting login, and applying the configure access of it. Okay, so those are the things that we can find, that we do have and we do maintain, isn't it, using those sticky keys and all. Now next comes the network fundamentals. Network fundamentals, how we can cope up with the networking system. A computer network means what? A collection of a computer hardware and the component where we can find they are interconnected to make a communications, or the cable or the satellites that used to share the resources, isn't it, and information. So in this particular season we can find the fundamentals of an internet. We are using internet, we are now aware of the internet system. Now there is peer-to-peer, P2P architecture. So the network which all the computer are equal is called a network peer-to-peer architecture system. And what we can find, that we can use the CPU for this particular purpose. Client server architecture, there is a client server architecture system is there, and using the client server architecture, one will be the client in a networking system, many clients will be there in a networking system, and one server will be there, and from that server we get all the access, isn't it? How many type of networks are there? Very commonly there are two type, LAN and WAN, isn't it? So this LAN and WAN again divided into many parts, like MAN, PAN. Okay, HAN means home working network, LAN is local area network, PAN means personal area networking, WAN is wide area networking. So local area networking, that means within a particular area, like in a school, like in a home, like in a computer laboratory, like in the office buildings, isn't it? So there we can find it. Wide area network, we have a very big networking systems where we are giving, like business organizations or the government organizations, non-profitable organizations, there are from one country to another country, from one place to another place. Now internet system, internet means what is a global system, interconnect the computer network that used to standard internet protocol suits to serve the billion of the user worldwide. So in this network of networks that consist of the millions of the peoples, this the particular network of network consists of the millions of the peoples in the academic section, in the business section, in the public section, in the private sections, in the government sections. They are connecting every day, daily, isn't it? There are so many professionals works are been going on, so many students, so many educational institutes, so many scientific research laboratories, so many scientific research work, so many healthcare center. So all these particular things, financial organizations, they are also working. We are using with a large encyclopedia. So this particular large encyclopedia that we are using, and we are making it, we are maintaining them, and we are using them. Now World Wide Web, www or W3, which is commonly known as the web connectivity system with an hyperlink. That means everywhere there should be a same pattern of platform. What is that? It is known as hypertext. Okay, HTTP, hypertext markup language is there, and using those language, what we can do, we can send the information, data, instructions from one place to another place. First is data sharing, that one of the most important thing that we are using to share the data, isn't it? Next, what? The file sharing of the files, videos, those documents, the presentation of the sheets, all things are there. Then hardware systems. So those the hardware systems that we have, the different type of hardware systems. We are printing with a different manner of the hardware systems that we are making. Now internet access sharing, we are accessing our internet, we are making the internet systems to be accessed, and those the particular pattern, those the particular structures that we have, we will going to implement it, and we will going to share those particular thing, isn't it? So this is what commonly found in that internet cafe. If you go to the cafe, we can found all these things, school, college, all these areas. Okay, so networking, we are getting the network. So this big networking system, what we have, we are using such a network where we are using the web browsing, emails, okay, chatting, video calls, etc. Now getting access to the internet, to buy the internet, what we have to get the access, like Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, Airtel, okay, MTS, Vodafone, Tata Docomo, all these things. Nowadays so many things, Jio, it is there, that internet service provider, internet ISP, internet service provider. Next, what we have, internet versus dial-up using the modem, then the directions of the hardware wizard, isn't it? So we are choosing this. So all this particular thing that we have, that we are making that cable modem, dial-up modem, VMAX, or 3G media that we do have, and we have those medias of DSL high speed internet system. Now modem, what we can find, modem full form is modulator and demodulator. Okay, it's take the data, convert it again, what you are preparing, that convert, and that again send to the web lines. So this is the modulation and demodulation that we can find. We have those the connectivity system, we are working on this connectivity system. See here, dial up, it is an wired, DSL is a wired, cable internet access is also wired, 3G connection wireless, WiMAX is wireless, Wi-Fi is wireless. So there is what we can find, dial up. Dial up means you are dialing and you are getting the connection through the phone, isn't it? Public switch telephone network, PSTN, public switch telephone network. ISP via the telephone modems that you are using, okay, internet service provider that you are using, and you are getting dial-up connection as you are getting the speed. DSL means digital subscriber line. So digital subscriber line, that is also an internet transmissions through the digital networking system. Okay, so those the frequencies that we find, that how we are sending the data and information. Cable internet access, we have a TV cable lines, like many of our home, we have an broadband connectivity system with the cable line. 3G is a third generation standard using the mobile devices. Okay, so there we can find an high speed downlink package, HSDPA. 3G mobile telephone communication system is there. Okay, so those the mobile phone that we have, the connectivity system, high speed internet system that is there. WiMAX means worldwide inter portability for microwave access. So this is what we can find, that we have an wireless communication strategies. We are working with a broadband and connectivity process, as we are making those WiMAX systems to be a different type of cable and internet that we are accessing and we are working. Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity, isn't it? This is Wi-Fi is very popular nowadays. We are using the Wi-Fi system, so wireless system, high speed connection that we are called is wireless access point. Wi-Fi connection that we are using for the mobiles and other thing in hotels, in college, in school campus, we find it that we are using. We are transferring the data, we are transferring the data from one part to the another part, from one section to the another section. So those the packages that we have, those the part that we have, we are sending. So here you can see some of the things, 3G, DSL, cable internet, their plan, and WiMAX. So they are been sending the data and we are accessing the data. Why we have a internet connection system there in your system, you can find it now, it has been changed. So this way we are connecting to it. Next, what we come introducing to the instant messaging. Instant messaging, IM, there are the different type of instant messaging nowadays is available. We have so many social media sites are there, as well as the chat box, the text box, the particular messenger box. So many things are there available. Email is available. Email is the oldest way of transmissions, we can say at this moment. And since we have an WhatsApp account, Hangout, all this, Twitter and Facebook, all these different type of text messaging, SMS that we are sending, isn't it? We are having the audio calls, we are making the video conference, we are having the file transferring. Okay, so those the accounts what we can find that we have, those the instant message we are sending to the people and giving the information to the people with the help of Skype. Also we are using instant messaging like Yahoo, Google, Yahoo Messenger, Skype, window level messenger, Rediff, all these things, Mozilla Firefox, Explorer, that Google Chrome you are using. Okay, so you are using all these different things. Gmail, the very common thing, the Gmail is a Gmail box we are using to send our data and informations. We have a different type of data that we are sending, isn't it? We are launching the Google Talk also, we do have a Google Talk. So these are the things that we can find, that we have all this particular structure, how we are sending the data and we are working with the data. Okay, so this is how we can find it. This is how we can see that how we can make our connectivity system, how we can make our processing system to be worked with, how we can find that those the working structure, those the working patterns that we do have, that we do maintain, we are maintaining in which format, we are maintaining in which way. So this is how we can see that we are going to have those particular sections. Okay, so today we are concluding here. Thank you all, thank you very much.